How's it going, guys? Test failed today. Hope you didn't fail your test today. I'm playing Puzzle & Dragons Super Mario Bros. Edition. There is one thing I kind of forgot to do, and that's just some bios. I completely forgot to do Coin Coffer's transformations, so let's do that real quick before I forget anything later. King Coin Coffers! They're basically the exact same thing as the regular Coin Coffers. They're now wood and wood type. Essentially, they're just a type multiplied, as you can see. And their awoken skills stay the exact same, their base stats stay the exact same, and its enemy skills still stays the exact same. Now, the locations, now this is where things get a little weird. I won't be listing off recommended, actually no, I will be listing off the recommended levels. I won't be listing first spot because they're, again, sort of similar to the regular coin coffers. They can kind of just be found all over the place in many different locations, and it's kind of hard to really list them off with the limited screen space I have right now. Anyways, the green one can be found in 8-2, the red one in 7-10, coincidentally the blue one can also be found in 7-10. And then we have 7- Ghost House for the yellow one, and then 7-5 for the blue one. All in World 7, which is really funny, except for the green one, which is really, really strange. Anyways, its skill is Super Coin Boost, which is the exact same as regular Coin Boost, but, you know, triple instead of double the coins that you get. Now, in terms of item drops, now, its 10+ combo, it's going to guarantee to drop the King Coin Coffer. That makes sense. But as a random drop, it can drop either the King Coin Coffer, or it's, you know, or like the regular Coin Coffer that it is. But that's also only if you get it randomly. So, and yeah, there isn't really much else left to say other than the fact that, hey, if you find King Coin Coffers, yeah, you could try to go fight them for their item drops, but you're honestly better off going for regular coin coffers since you can find them in one specific level being 8-3. They're readily available there and much easier to get a 3+ combo in, or I'm sorry, a 10+ combo in. Now, I don't plan to do that much since we only have 2 levels left, unfortunately, but we do kind of need to get through these levels anyways. And I also plan to do something else at the end of this. We should probably actually go here though. This is a 4-color course. I think we'll be fine with this team, though. Don't really have... Actually, could we transform... No, I think we already transformed everyone we could. I guess Super Mario makes the most amount of sense. Like, the only thing we're kind of missing out on is water, which I can't really fix easily.
Let's go!
Right, we're here now. Alright, we have green Koopas. That shouldn't be that bad. We can easily make some combos, and... like that, perfect. Again, these are 4-color courses, so we're not really dealing too much. It's only really 5-color courses when matching up orbs gets a little tricky. Not that much, though. Okay. Let's see. Next is... if I just go like that, and then... like that. There we go. That's some good orb matching, I think. Better than nothing, for sure, at least. I'm honestly waiting to encounter some very special enemies. Let's see, 6... okay. What the heck? I hear screaming downstairs. Anyways, clear combos, you only need to clear 6 combos, we went a little above and beyond. Ooh, P-Wing, that's actually nice though. We do want P-Wings. What do we have? Green Koopa, Paratroopa, which we already have. So there's nothing else that really needs to be said. Aw, the one heart block. Heart block? Heart orb kind of block the making that one fire combo. We are getting some water blocks, which is nice. I am keeping most of my enemies right now, primarily because I haven't... oh, okay, we have red Paratroopers, which are going to be really annoying once we get to World 3, but that's in World 3. That's not right now. Let's see. We've already seen your bio since, you know, after we unlock Transform, I don't have a reason to hide the horns until we reach them. I probably might want to do that just to remind you what they have, but that's fine. That's also irrelevant because we're about to encounter something right now. Larry! He's our boss that we have to be dealing with. It's pretty simple, actually, if you saw the world map, like in World 1 when I showed that off. But I should probably actually tell you information about Larry, and it's gonna be a little weird. Larry is right now, I'm just gonna say this, you really do not care about basically any information that is on the left because, spoilers, you do not get access to Larry until a post-game. Other than that, I have nothing else to say other than he's a wood type with 5 stars of HP, 4 stars of attack, and 4 stars of recovery, with the skill being Larry Tornado, which changes light into wood and then heart into fire orbs. So you can change 2 orbs into a very specific type, which isn't always the worst thing to do, but also isn't, like, you know, subsequently might not always be the best thing to do either. It depends on what your situation is, I guess. Now, its awoken skill is Skill Boost, which, you know, we haven't really experienced this yet, but it reduces the number of turns required to first use the skill upon entering course. So it doesn't reduce the skill count, like, completely, it only for the first time. Which makes sense because you can, we will be able to eventually lower the turns it takes to do regular skills, so combine that with skill boosts that kind of be broken. But there is still some really good value you can get, especially for another enemy coming up. But for its transformation line, we can see that it can transform into 2 different forms, and it can change in between the 2 of them. But you cannot change it back into Larry. This is the only time when you can't, once you transform, there's no way to go back, and for that reason, you gotta consider, do you care about Larry, or do you care to transform it? I'll be honest, you're better off transforming, since the fire and wood type, and even the double wood type can actually be really nice in just a single wood. But there are some drawbacks, which you'll see once we get there. Anyways, its item drops contains a randomly with just a coin, and a 10+ combo can give you a mushroom. There's probably more items, but this is what I have noted down right now. Now, its enemy skill is Larry's Tornado, which is the exact same thing as we saw as the skill, except it changes, I think, fire orbs into wood orbs. And then Frenzied Blows, which is, you know, just attacking strongly. Oh, but you probably want to know his transformations. Well, let's go over them real quick. Sorry for the bad picture, but anyways, we have Larry and Red Koopa Troopa with the wood and fire type with 5 stars of HP, 4 stars of attack, and 4 stars of recovery. They basically have the exact same stats as the previous form, with really the only difference being typing and awoken skill, because the skill is the exact same, but the awoken skill is twin target, which is nice because that wood and fire means that you can be attacking with some strong wood and fire if you manage to even clear 4 orbs, but you still get some good value out of that. I would generally keep them in the form that is the 2 different types rather than just the double of what their original type is, because generally speaking, you're better off having twin target than its awoken skill, which is wood boost for, you know, Larry and Goombas. Obviously a wood and wood type, but it does have 6 stars of HP this time, 4 stars of attack, and 4 stars of recovery. Awoken skill, again, is wood boost, as we just mentioned, which, you know, could be useful. And it is actually one of the only times when we have a fully transformed ally with wood boost, but you're better off getting, like, some other stuff. Honestly, I find twin target to be better than wood boost, but if you need wood boost, this is a good ally to have it, especially since, again, he is one of, like, the few, like, allies that's actually fully transformed and gets this awoken skill. Especially if you have a lot of wood team members. So that's really all I have to say about Larry. Now, this is a little different since, you know, these are boss bios, but it's still functionally the exact same thing as regular enemy bios. Oh boy, this is gonna be a little interesting. Let's see. Also, the bosses, I'll admit, the bosses are probably the hardest, like, amount of information, or the hardest, like, allies to get, or, like, enemies. You know what I'm trying to say. It's more like the hardest, like, enemies in this entire game to try to get information on. Because you can really only fight them if you're not in the post-game. Because once you're in the post-game, you kind of don't get the ability to fight Larry ever, unless score attack, but that's a separate thing, and wow, we just destroyed him immediately. We didn't even get to an opportunity to attack. But there we go, we did it! We get a speed bonus? How? And the score doesn't really matter that much, I'm pretty sure it's just a random thing. Anyways, Green Koopa Troopa has joined you, that doesn't matter. And we got a new level. And just like in newer Super Mario Bros. Wii, funny enough, after you beat a castle, you're dealing with an airship. Every single world has this. This is so... It's not like Super Mario Bros. Wii, where it's like 4, 6, and 8. Have you been making the most out of leader skills? Your teams share the benefits of his leader skills with them. As you get more leaders, you look at what their leader skills are. It will make a huge difference in battle. Yeah, I hugely agree. Too bad we don't get any right now, but we do have the ability to get some after this battle. So let's go into here. I guess ideally we would want more fire, but I guess we already have that with Super Mario, so I'm just gonna keep it Super Mario. like this.
Let's go!
Alright, we just have a Paragoomba. That's not that bad to deal with. We can easily just match up some orbs here. Like that. Oh wow, we can actually get a good combo right there. Combo of 7. I don't remember if I said this earlier when we first encountered Super Orbs, but if you get a combo of 7, that will mean that makes that turns one of your orbs into a Super Orb. It wasn't really clearly shown off, but yeah. I forget exactly how it works, because it's not like, once you reach the threshold, like, every, like, other orbs, it's not another 7 after that. It's like another, like, I don't know, like 5 or whatever. I don't know exactly. I just know that once you reach a combo of 7, one of your orbs turns into a Super Orb. Re-encounter... No, we're not going to encounter the enemy that I was thinking of yet. I think that's probably next battle, actually. We're doing some serious damage right now, which is really fun, though, because this just means that I have less to deal with these enemies, which is nice, and this... Oh, okay! It's using First Strike, which is a nice spoiler, but also that's whatever, because we do need to talk about them anyways, so... It's not like that matters that much. Flame Chomp! It's a fire type with no transformations, which is really interesting, but that doesn't mean he's bad. He's actually a pretty good ally, due to mostly his skill, but before I get ahead of myself, he has 4 stars of HP, 3 stars of attack, and 6 stars of recovery. Pretty high recovery. The attack set's a little annoying, but that makes a lot more sense with his skill Flame Dance, which raises the attack of your fire team members by 30% for 5 turns. Remember how, like, Small Mario, which basically did that, but only for 3 turns? Yeah, Flame Dance is just that, but better. It also becomes a lot evident when the fact that when you completely level up Flame Dance to the point where it takes only 4 turns to use Flame Dance, and because it lasts for 5 turns, that means that you literally have the ability to infinitely have that 30% attack boost to fire team members with Flame Dance, because it'll take 4 turns to charge that skill, but the attack boost lasts for 5 turns. So it's really, really nice for that manner. Now, its Awoken skill is Skill Boost, so if you really want to make sure to get that 30% attack boost even sooner, then you can use that with its Awoken skill. I wouldn't hugely recommend this, though, because you're better off getting other skills faster than Flame Dance, but, you know, remember that this Awoken skill applies to your entire team, not just this team member, so you can get some really good value out of that. Now, its item drops being obviously the Flame Chomp itself, but also you get Flame Chomp coins, which are used to transform other allies. Its enemy skills being Flame Dance, which is literally just its regular skill. This boosts the attack of the entire team. Charge, which only boosts its attack, but for 1 attack, and it can do a lot of damage, so keep that in mind. And then First Strike. The way this works is that when you enter a battle with an enemy that has a turn count to 0, and they have the skill First Strike, they will use First Strike immediately. So keep that in mind, because if you're low on HP, then maybe you might end up just losing one of your lives just because an enemy has First Strike and it does damage to you before you're even able to heal. The locations, it's obviously first spawn in 1-A, and by that I mean 1-Airship, which we're literally in right now, but a recommended level I would say is 8-9, because you get a lot more Flame Chomps there, and it's a 3-color course. But one thing I will say though is that because that's really far in the game, 1-Airship is a decent place, and this is a pretty good ally, so I would recommend getting this sooner rather than later. I think that's kind of all I really have to say, so let's just move on. This is a really bad combo. Oh, well never mind, I did the diagonal. The game hasn't really shown off diagonals yet. I mean, the game will tell us about diagonals, but you can do it whenever. Due to the nature of this game to begin with. Oh wow, what the heck? Okay, well, in a way I kinda don't want a 10+ combo, because then I won't have an opportunity to obtain you. Oh, I don't even- wow, I did get nothing? Really? Dang. I really wanted you, because again, you're a pretty good ally. There we go, Larry. We have to fight Larry again, except just, you know... Actually, there's not really any difference, to be honest. It's just, fight Larry again! Oh, I wanted to match up the water, but didn't work out very well. Ah, well, the game gave it to me anyways. Probably gonna die, because of the Super Fire Orbs. Oh, you somehow survived that, but you're not surviving next turn. I'm sorry. I broke my water combo without trying. That's annoying. Yeah, whatever, we got the 4 combo. You're probably... yeah, you're fainting from this. There we go. Entire team is level 8 except for Luigi and Mario. That's really funny. I'm sorry, small Luigi and Super Mario. Alright. And after we beat this world, we're gonna get some interesting stuff, actually, at this level. Well done, you cleared this world. The next one is inside a cave.
Okie dokie.
You now have Ice Mario as a leader.
Oh yeah.
You have Ice Luigi as a leader, which is really, really nice. Have you seen your player card yet? You can select it from the menu. Oh, I guess I could do that. If you can put a nickname on your player card, and you can trade cards with others via Street Pass and local wireless. You can... yeah, I don't even know if this stuff actually works, though. You know, the players will then share helpers with each other. Oh, and then score attacks as well. World 1 clear! I love this little jingle, and you barely get to hear this. Well, okay, in the post-game, you barely get to hear this. I should reiterate. But it's gonna... oh, yeah, it's gonna just boot us to World 2. I don't want to spoil anything about World 2! No! Go back to World 1. I'll talk about World 2 in the next episode. This might seem like a really short episode, and admittedly it probably is, but that's why I want to show off something, probably the bane of my existence. But I'm gonna show it off anyways. We go to Worlds. We did have this Toad House button, but there's also a button right next to it. It's called Score Attack, and I've been talking about this a little earlier. But welcome to Score Attack! Test your skills by attempting to clear a course as fast as you can within the time limit. As you're clearing a course in Score Attack, you'll receive a score. No duh. If you can share your score with other players by trading your player card. Either that or you could do it online. Oh wait, yeah, the 3DS doesn't support online anymore. Never mind. We have Fixed Challenge and Free Challenge, which Fixed Challenge is play with an assigned team, and Free Challenge is play with your own teams. I don't recommend doing Free Challenge right now. I'd wait until you're halfway through World 4, then I would maybe start with at the first level Free Challenge. But the Fixed Challenge you can do whenever you want, and I highly recommend you do this sooner rather than later. That's assuming you're good at this game, and good by... there's a lot of different means. Now, there are 5 courses in each of the courses. That means there is 10 Score Attack courses in total. And the way this works is that if you get a high enough rank, you actually get a Mario or Luigi form. So you get a leader. And these leaders are actually really good. I say the only ones that are kind of are the ones that you get in Course 3 and Course 4. But that's not to say they're bad. I personally don't think they're that good. But all the other ones like Course 1 and Course 2 and Course 5, especially Course 5, are really worth doing. And the problem is that these are not easy at all. Now you can see the difficulty goes up and rapidly, and the difficulty is just no joke. If you saw like some of the videos I've recorded, wow. Just the fact that Course 5 took two like play sessions, and I don't know if you saw if you saw my reset counter on Course 5 on Free Challenge, yeah, it was ridiculously high. And you saw the one stream I did of Fixed Challenge, and that didn't go very well either. But again, you do get Mario and Luigi forms, and I probably should talk about them right now before I forget. Metal Mario! I'm sorry for the weirdly created image, but that's kind of just how it is. But Metal Mario is a dark and dark type, don't let the top image fool you, as it has 4 stars of HP, 5 stars of attack, and 2 stars of recovery. Really bad recovery, but good attack and good HP is generally all you really need for most games, or for most levels. But anyways, its skill is Metal Walk, which changes your water into dark orbs. I will admit, a lot of the orb changing skills for the leaders isn't really what you want, but you can use Metal Walk if you want to. Now, its leader skill is actually really interesting. Metal Shine raises your attack by 3 times if you clear 2 Dark Orb combos, but if you get 3 Dark Orb combos, you increase that to 4 times the extra damage. It's kind of insane, but the problem is that you need to clear Dark Orbs, and that in multiple Dark Orb combos even. So that is the one drawback with this one skill compared to most other, or not leader skill compared to other leader skills, which are more general and easier to set up. Now here's one thing really interesting that is completely unrelated. Metal Mario, even though you can't really see it very well, Metal Mario in this game is actually depicted with eyes. The regular Metal Mario, like, render actually doesn't have eyes, which is really weird, and only something I learned recently, and I can't believe that until now. Now we have Gold Mario, a more fitting image you're going to be seeing in the menus, and also really badly rendered. I'm sorry about that. Anyways, it's a light and light type with 4 stars of HP, 3 stars of attack, and 5 stars of recovery even. So So you kind of trade off the attack for recovery, which I would say is a bit of a downgrade, but it's whatever. You get Gold Shine, which changes wood into light orbs, really similar to the other one, but that's not that useful. Again, orb changing skills on leaders and helpers aren't the best. But you do have his leader skill, which is Gold Shine, which is kind of the exact same thing as Metal Shine, but, you know, with light orbs instead of dark orbs. So it's kind of a case of which one do you want more. Double Mario. He's a fire and fire type. This is also one of the weirdest, like, forms you can get of this of Mario and Luigi, but that's whatever. It's 3 stars of HP, 4 stars of attack, and 4 stars of recovery. Pretty alright stats. This is actually pretty much better. I'd just say that if the recovery was HP, it'd be a little better, but that's fine. It has double attack, which changes your light and heart orbs into fire orbs. So here you're changing 2 orbs into fire, but this is kind of better since you're changing also heart orbs, which I would argue to say are the least useful orbs, especially the later you get in the game when things are just doing too much damage that you can't really survive easily. And his leader skill is Double Dance, which raises your attack by 2.5 if you clear a fire orb combo, and 4 times if you clear 2 fire orb combos. This is a slightly less extreme but still powerful version of the Metal and Gold Mario forms, because you only need to clear 1 for the 2.5% boost, and only 2 for the 4 times boost. But it is still really strong. Boomerang Mario, the best Mario form, at least in my opinion, but also the hardest to get. It's a water and fire type, already a really good type combo, with 5 stars of HP, 3 stars of attack, and 4 stars of recovery. The low attack kinda hurts, but high HP is actually pretty decent. And then it has Boomerang Attack as its skill, which recovers 3000 HP and changes light orbs to hard orbs. This is essentially like a copy and paste of like Heal Wave from Cheap Chomp, except changing light into hard orbs instead of wood into hard orbs. Its leader skill is Spin Control, which will raise your attack if you clear orbs of 3+ attributes for a maximum of 5.5 times for 5 attributes plus heart orbs. Let me break that down a little easier. You know how there's 6 total orbs in this game. There is fire, water, wood, light, dark, and heart orbs. If you clear 3 of those attributes, no matter which 3, you'll get a boost. If you get 4, you'll get an even bigger boost. If you get 5 of them, you'll get an even stronger boost after that. And if you clear all 6, you get a 5.5 times boost. It's a really, really strong boost. And the best part about this is that you can clear any orb attributes from 3 to 5. That's one of the best parts about it. Unlike most other skills where you need to clear a specific set, like orb attributes. That's what makes Boomerang Mario so strong, and why he's probably one of the best allies. Again, too bad he's the hardest one to obtain. But then the last one, we have Rock Mario, who's not a fire type at all, actually, is a wood and light type. I don't know if that was a mistake or not, but that's just how it is. 3 stars of HP, 5 stars of attack, and 3 stars of recovery. Trading off a good chunk of your stats for attack, but that's not a bad stat to be trading off. Now, its skill is slightly interesting though. It's Rock Guard, which reduces the damage you take for 5 turns. It's kind of weird for Mario to be having this skill, because that sounds more like a Luigi skill than a Mario skill, but that's fine. You can still reduce the amount of damage you take, which is really nice. Anyways, its skill is actually Rock Hard, which actually reduces the damage you take by 80% if you're at 100% HP. So basically, if you're at full HP, you take a lot less damage. And funny enough, it's actually kind of easy to stay at 100% HP, because you take so little damage that you can heal it off pretty easily with Heart Orb combos. Metal Luigi, who's a dark and dark type with 3 stars of HP, 5 stars of attack, and 3 stars of recovery. And then we have Metal Dash, which is just changing light orbs into dark orbs. I'm pretty sure, it's different than Metal Mario, which is water to dark, so it's kind of a case of which one is better. I'd say Luigi is maybe better, since light orbs and dark orbs kind of contradict each other in which one you really want. But it does have leader skill in terms of Metal Shine, which is the exact same thing as Metal Mario, so, if you're really daring to get that extra dark combos, you can. It just needs to be on a course that has a lot of dark orbs, which so far we haven't actually seen any, which is kind of interesting. Then we have Gold Luigi, which is, again, same thing as Gold Mario with light type, except, base stats of 5 stars of HP, 3 stars of attack, and 3 stars of recovery. Gold Flash changing water orbs into light orbs. Maybe a bit more of a downgrade, but who knows. I mean, wood orbs are kind of whatever, and so are water orbs, but light orbs isn't the best combo to be trading them into anyways. And Gold Sunshine is the exact same thing as Gold Mario's, which is, 3 times for a 2 light combo and 4 times for a 3 for a 3+ light combo. Double Luigi with a wood and wood type with 4 stars of HP, 4 stars of attack, and 3 stars of recovery. A lot more balanced stats, which doesn't make a little more sense, and honestly, the 2 stats that are higher are the better stats in my opinion. Now skill is Double Jump, which changes water and dark orbs into wood orbs. Water and dark orbs are really interesting. I don't really recommend you change dark orbs that much, since dark team members are oftentimes really strong. But, I mean, changing water orbs isn't that bad either, since water is oftentimes one of the weaker types to be attacking with. Now, its leader skill is Double Step, which is, the exact same thing as Double Mario's, but, wood instead of fire. Pretty self-explanatory. Alright, Boomerang Luigi, who is actually really good. A water and wood type, a type combination that's also just as rare as water and fire. You have 3 stars of HP, 6 stars of attack, and 3 stars of recovery. Having that high attack stat is amazing. Too bad that Boomerang Luigi is just as hard, if not harder, than Boomerang Mario to obtain. But we have the skill being Boomerang Trick, which cures your team's paralysis. We haven't actually encountered the paralysis status, but it's a lot more of an annoying status, but it's kind of weird that out of all the team members that can cure paralysis, Boomerang Luigi is the only one that is likely not going to be inflicted with it commonly, which actually makes that skill pretty useful. Too bad that you're not going to have Boomerang Luigi for, like, the entire game. Now, its leader skill is Spin Control, which is the exact same thing as Boomerang Mario, which was also Spin Control, but, we have a different team member that has it. Doesn't really matter, though, because it's still a really good leader skill. Last but not least, we have Rock Luigi, which is a wood and dark type. And this is what I meant earlier, but it feels like Rock Mario and Rock Luigi's skills kind of accidentally got traded or something. Because its skill is Rock Tackle, which reduces HP of all foes. This is not the same thing as, like, Rush, where it just does damage. This specifically reduces their HP to a certain HP value, which is really interesting. But again, it's really weird that Rock Mario doesn't have that skill. Either way, its HP is 4 stars, it has an attack rating of 3 stars, and a recovery rating of 4 stars. Decided to switch things up a little bit, doesn't really matter, because its leader skill is just Rock Hard, which is the exact same thing as Rock Mario's. So yeah, all of these score attack allies are really, really good. Too bad that it's not the easiest to obtain them. Let me repeat by saying this, that, it's pretty hard to actually obtain these allies, primarily because you need to get an A rank or higher on Course 1 for Fixed Challenge and Free Challenge, but for the rest, being Course 2, 3, 4, and 5, you need to get an S rank or higher to obtain their ally. Course 1 will give you the Rock forms, Course 2 will give you the Double forms, Course 3 will give you the Metal forms, Course 4 will give you the Gold forms, and Course 5 will give you the Boomerang forms. So obviously you wanted the Course 5, but I would usually recommend that you go down, since the difficulty will make a lot more sense, especially if you're only beginning at this game and you're not really good with the orb matching mechanic. But I probably should actually show one of these off, and this is probably the best time I'm ever going to do it, since I don't want to do World 2 yet, and this is right now an easiest time that we can do it. You can look at world ranking. Oh, right, no, never mind. You can't do that because of, no more internet access. But we do also have the Puzzle Friends ranking, which if you do have friends, you can kind of see what their rankings are. Too bad I don't really have many friends that even have this game, let alone friends at all on my 3DS. But here, we're going to be playing this. Now, this is our set team. We don't get a choice. There are some spoilers, but I'm not going to worry about that. You have Superpower and Super Aura, which is just, we want to make sure that we're getting 3+ combos. We also want to make sure that we don't match up Water Orbs, I think, because... Oh no, it doesn't even give us Water Orbs as a thing. So we're matching up Fire, Light, and Dark, and we gotta play this really, really fast. Because we need to get an A rank. Although I will admit, an A rank is way easier to get than an S rank. Alright, I wish I had time to explain, but I kinda don't. Okay, so you can see there's a timer on the top screen. That is how much time that you have. And also, there's no way to get continue, so that's why it just went straight to the 9 combo without doing the little 1-up thing, which I hadn't really expressed anyways, so I just completely forgot. But you have a time, and you had to defeat it, and you have to clear it within a certain amount of time limit. I don't know what the time is on top of my head, and I'm sorry that I'm speaking so fast. I kinda need to focus right now. Alright, again, there's gonna be spoilers, but I don't care right now. We're gonna ignore them right now, and we just gotta get to the end. I might be panicking a little too much, but again, these are not easy. They're not easy to get a high ranking, so I don't get a choice. I'm also getting pretty lucky, I'll admit. I mean, yeah, these are like three. This is a 3-color course, so of course we're gonna be getting some good combos. Oh, please tell me that's a light enough. Okay, good. Ideally, you want to be defeating all these enemies in one turn, but that gets harder and harder to do later on. So don't expect to consistently be doing that. That was really bad, actually. Oh, wait, the game's kind of giving me a high combo right now. Okay, combo 7. We're gonna need another turn, though, I guarantee it. Yeah. We can use skills. I don't recommend it. It's a kind of a huge waste of time. Okay, I think we're good now. Because it takes three seconds to use a skill. That's why it's, whatever. Anyways, I'm hoping that's an A rank. Again, we need to get an A rank. That's the ranking we need. An S++, okay. And maybe I went a little too hard. Anyways, you can use Rock Mario as a leader now. And now it's gonna force us to save, which is good. Whatever. You can also, once you're done, you can upload your ranking. Oh wait, we can't do that. No online access. But you can also watch a replay, which is sometimes nice. Now you can kind of see, like, what your play was if you really want to do that. Again, you don't have to do this, but you can. Maybe you can get, like, a nice tip or something just by, like, you see where you went wrong. But yeah, how about I actually play this course again? But just so I can kind of run down everything rather than having to go super fast. First of all, we have the slider. We have Slider, which is our music, which is really fun to listen to. Obviously, it's from Super Mario 3D World, but, you know, it's still nice to listen to. So the way, again, when you get a combo of, like, higher than 7, it doesn't do the 1-up thing, where if you get, like, a combo of 12, you'll get a 1-up. It doesn't do that, it just immediately jumps ahead, which obviously makes a lot more sense. And the idea is that, you know, the timer's going down, even though I'm thinking right now, like, trying to think, like, well, okay, where do I want my orbs? The timer's still ticking. That's what makes this a lot more harder, is you're not dealing with just the orb timer that you have to move an orb, you're dealing with actual time that you have to, like, make sure that you get everything cleared, which is the main issue that we're dealing with here. So, yeah, as you can see, like, I can clear these orbs pretty quickly, but if I take too long to, like, know, like, okay, like, what do I want to move next, or whatever, then that becomes an issue. So if I get another S++ while just trying to explain stuff, that would be really funny. Because again, that wasn't my intention, it just kind of accidentally happened at that rate. Which it might even now, because look at that, like, a 9 combo with super light orbs. Ideally it would be super hard orbs, or fire orbs even, but that's fine. Oh my Arceus, like, I swear, if I get another one, that's cool. But yeah, skills will happen, and generally, I also forgot to mention, wow, and it's a new record too! Okay, alright. What I wanted to say is if we go back to play, we can actually see your team, our whole team is level 20, and you can see your stats on, on the top screen, but you can also scroll. As you can see, all of these team members are generally going to be at their highest stats. Oh wow, these don't have the Awoken skill. That's interesting, but usually they'll have their skills be at the highest level, which you can actually, oh wait, what? Oh, okay, no, never mind. As you can see, like, we have Bash being, it only takes 4 turns, 4 turns, 5 turns, 4 turns, 5 turns. You can kind of see that. They oftentimes, like, skill up your entire team for these fixed challenges, which is really important when you go into the later courses. Speaking of which, I don't think we're gonna do Course 2, because Course 2 is actually pretty difficult, surprisingly. But yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna give it an attempt. Here's our team. We have Boomerang, Boom Luigi. Okay, I am much more comfortable with this team. Yeah, as you can see, we have the level 7 on all the stats, so keep that in mind. Oh, whoops, I didn't really want to do that. Again, a bunch of spoilers. I'm not gonna get into them right now. I'm just gonna pretend that, like, you don't know what they are, and we're just gonna have to wait until we get to them. Oh, this is really bad, actually. Yeah, that was really bad. I'm gonna have to restart immediately. I got a really bad orb field. So many hard orbs, and not a way I can easily match up another orb combo. If you want to restart, you gotta go press X, and then you have to press X, of course. That's your easy way of restarting. And then when you do that, nothing really happens. You just have to press next a bunch, and then A, and then there we go. I don't intend to get Double Mario, but I would love to get Double Mario. Oh, I almost got the light orbs. Let's see. Please tell me this is enough. This is wood damage. Okay. I can match up you, but that doesn't count. Oh, that's really bad. I only matched up Dark Orbs, and okay. So this is gonna take another turn. Oh, I guess I didn't match up Light, but that didn't really matter that much. Okay, that should be good enough. Okay, stop. That's good. I'm just gonna waste my time for getting higher combos. Okay. Let's see, I mean, that works! Ideally, I would get a higher combo. Okay, well, I guess that's also fine. Okay, good. Oh, I don't have any, like, good orb-changing skills. I just kinda have to suffer. I mean, ideally, you wouldn't be using them, period, but it's whatever. We do have the Super Water Orb, which is nice. No! Okay. I was hoping that would be enough to KO you. Good. Please stop. Okay, good. We do have Ghost Trick, which might be nice, but the problem is it's gonna take too long to use, I think. Maybe. Let's see. Also, what is the enemy? Oh, it's you. I mean, I guess I could use Water Change. Or not Water... whatever. Light Change. That should be good enough, hopefully. Actually, probably not. Attempt 2, or I guess attempt 3 actually, because, you know, the first attempt didn't go very well. I kinda got stuck. I couldn't do anything. I need to not get that bad of a combo in the first turn.
Oh yeah, Luigi time!
There we go.
Okie dokie.
That wasn't actually as bad as I thought it was gonna be, but that still took a few attempts, which I'm not the biggest fan of. But oh well. We got Double Mario. That's actually pretty good. That gives us a pretty good start into the next world. Because next world, I mean, okay, World 2 is not that hard. World 3 is where it gets a little tricky. But even then, like, it's not that bad. But we do have some new, we do have some new leaders, which is gonna help out a lot if we go over here. I should probably check the player card, but you know what, it's fine. Look at them. They're actually our highest leveled guys too. That's kind of interesting. But yeah, look at that. We will want to use these guys. Probably in the next world, definitely. I mean, obviously in the next world. We do also have Ice Mario and Ice Luigi, which I should also probably start talking about because I just realized I just forgot about them. Right, Ice Mario, which is a water and fire type with 4 stars of HP, 2 stars of attack, and 4 stars of recovery. That low attack really does hurt. And also, Ice Mario isn't, like, the Ice Form Mario, and also the Ice Form Luigi aren't the best forms of Mario and Luigi, to be honest. They're actually kind of one of the worst. But, I mean, they're decent in the early game when you unlock them, since they do have a skill of Ice Ball, which raises your attack of all of your water team members by 50%. That's pretty nice, but it is only for 1 turn, so you gotta make that 1 turn count, and you gotta make sure they have a lot of water team members that actually benefit from that skill. Its leader skill is Ice Power, which raises your attack and recovery of your water team members by only 50%. The difference is that it's an attack and recovery boost, and it's not like a thing that's related to combos, which are generally better in this game than just flat out, like, stat increases at the beginning of the level. But this isn't bad, especially because 50% boost, especially if you have a lot of water team members, that can stack up pretty well. The next is Ice Luigi with the which is water and wood type. Also, one nice thing about the water and fire type that was Ice Mario is that it's a pretty unique typing and kind of rare, so that's really nice. Same thing with Ice Luigi being water and wood, which is also kind of rare. And it has 3 stars of HP, 4 stars of attack, and 4 stars of recovery. I'd say generally better stats than Ice Mario, which is kind of interesting. And its skill is really interesting. It has Ice Smash, which actually nullifies the wood damage you receive for 1 turn. So similar to the to Super Luigi's one skill, this just is completely nullifying the damage you take of a very specific element. Nice if you are going up against some wood team members, or allies, or not even allies, enemies, but other than that, the skill is kind of worthless. And its leader skill is Ice Aura, which is the exact same thing, except it's attack and recovery. I'm sorry, attack and HP versus attack and recovery. Ice Aura is definitely better because HP and attack are stats that you definitely want more than attack and recovery. Okay, that's kind of all I really have to say about those allies. We can go to the Toad House, actually, and we probably should go to the Toad House to kind of, just to see, some potential team members that we might want to make. Like, our main team right now is just kind of whatever. I guess I can make my main team go like this. If I have double Mario, that means we get some good fire damage off the bat. Excuse me. We're not going to really need Yellow Koopa for a while, so I might replace you with Cheep. As much as I don't really want to do that, I kind of think it's going to be better, since we will be getting some better team members after this world, or in the next world, and it's probably better if we start getting strong Cheep, since we're going to want a strong Cheep to begin with. Our wood damage will be fine, because we can also just bring one of the Luigi forms, which is going to be some nice wood. And yeah, I think that's kind of it. Light is the only thing that's kind of low, but we can kind of remedy that by... Oh, we don't have enough P-Wings. Never mind, we cannot remedy that right now. But now it's a case of, who do we want to power up? Because we can power up quite a few allies right now. I'd say maybe the Cheep Chomp. Again, the Cheep Chomp is probably going to be one of our best allies. So we don't really need more than, like, I guess 2 green Koopas. Neither do we really need more. I don't think I'm going to use Yellow Koopa that much, I'll admit. We don't need this extra Goomba. Yeah. Alright, well, okay, I'll keep one of the Yellow Koopas, but yeah, we don't need this many Goombas. This'll be fine. There we go, now you're level 6, so now you'll be a lot more useful. And potentially I could have powered up other team members, but that's fine. We can't transform, we don't have access to anything else. So, yeah. I don't think there's really much anything else to say for, honestly, World 1 as a whole. There are some, you do have, I will admit though, World 1 has some pretty good grinding spots. 1-5 is a pretty good example of this. If we go back over here, you get some 1-ups and coins for 4 killer cores combined with that red coin coffer. If we get that elusive red coin coffer, you get some a lot of value. And you want to learn to use the Toad House a lot, by the way. Get used to that. And also remember, like I said earlier, Flame Chomp can actually be a pretty good ally if you obtain it. You can also grind for it if you want, which I might, but I don't know if I'm gonna care that much about it. We also have other opportunities later on, so it's not like I care that much. It's just nice to get it early. That's kind of my goal with some of these allies. Is I just want to get them early so that that way I can start using them whenever I need to, whenever they're gonna be the most helpful. But yeah. There isn't really anything else I have to say about World 1, so, and kind of for the rest of this video. So yeah, I'm ending it here. So thank you much for watching, and I'll see you another time. You let an 8-ball fall. Goodbye!